everyone, my name is Michelle. I am a local realtor specializing in real estate in Queens and New York City and helping buyers and sellers navigate which neighborhoods they should move to. And today, the neighborhood we're going to talk about is Flushing, Queens. This neighborhood is one of the most unique in all of New York City. Some people even call it the better Chinatown of New York, while others say that it is way too overwhelming for them. So, with that in mind, is Flushing really the right place for you? Well, let's find out. So, let's start with the obvious, the food. So, if you love food, Flushing is absolutely an unbeatable foodie's paradise. There's late night dumpling spots to authentic Korean restaurants. It is truly a culinary capital. You've got dozens of regional Chinese cuisines represented, plus some incredible Korean, South Asian, and even Latin food tucked into side streets. And honestly, you could live here for years and still not eat at every spot. And it's not just about the food, it is a cultural melting pot. Flushing is where traditions are preserved, where you can experience Lunar New Year parades, community festivals, and authentic markets that feel like stepping into another country. Walking through Flushing feels like traveling across the globe in a single afternoon. It is one of the most diverse neighborhoods in New York. Over 60% of the population is foreign born, which means you'll hear Mandarin, Cantonese, Korean, Spanish, Hindi, and English, often all in the same block. And you could honestly live in Flushing with no understanding of English at all and still live a successful community driven life here. That diversity creates a tight knit, welcoming community. People come here to start new lives. They raise families, they build businesses. But if you thrive on cultural exchange, you will feel right at home in Flushing. And another big pro is convenience. Flushing is extremely well connected. You've got the 7 train running into Manhattan, the Long Island Railroad for a 20-minute ride to Penn Station, and an endless network of buses that go through Queens, Brooklyn, Manhattan, and the Bronx. Manhattan is just a ride away. And JFK or LaGuardia airports, they are both nearby. LaGuardia is actually just a 10-minute drive from downtown. But fair warning, that convenience does come with a trade-off, and that brings us to the cons. Flushing is really loud and really busy. So we are talking sidewalks that are so crowded you have to weave through people just to get down the block. Cars are always honking, buses are roaring, and planes are flying. Markets are buzzing at all hours. There have been times where the building that I am inside of is shaking from the vibration of the planes flying overhead, and they fly all day and night, 7 days a week. So if you are someone who craves peace and quiet, this is probably not your dream neighborhood. Flushing has energy, but it is not always the relaxing kind. The other downside of Flushing is housing. So, a lot of people assume that Flushing is cheap since it's further from the city. And compared to Manhattan and some areas of Brooklyn, sure, it can be. But prices have been rising fast in these coming years. Rent for a single bedroom can easily hit close to $3,000 a month now. And if you're looking to buy, expect a lot of competition, especially with these new luxury developments going up. I have done so many transactions in Flushing where my clients and I have ended up in bidding competitions because this market is just too hot. The development just keeps growing too. Even the hottest rentals are taken within days after listing on the market. Right now, there are so many luxury developments that are new and popping up in Flushing, and people are even buying them out before construction even finishes in some of these buildings. So while you might find some good deals if you can dig really deep, Flushing is not the budget-friendly haven that it used to be. So yes, Flushing can be accessible, but it can also feel exhausting. The good part is Flushing is very walkable. Now, let's bust a few myths about living in Flushing. A lot of people say that Flushing is just about the food, and while the food is top notch and world class, there's so much more here than just eating. You've got history like the Flushing Meadows Corona Park. It has the site of two World's Fairs. You've got cultural institutions, temples, and churches that anchor the community. And you have nightlife and shopping that can rival other parts of Queens. Actually, many of the streets in Flushing still carry names that date all the way back to the Dutch settlers in the 1600s. For example, Beach and Cherry Avenue were named after the orchards and trees planted by early colonists. So when you're walking down those tree-named streets today, you are literally tracing history, reminders of the farmlands that once covered this Flushing area before it transformed into the bustling urban hub that it is today. So, Flushing is not just a foodie's destination, it is a living, breathing, and constantly evolving and growing neighborhood. So, who is Flushing really for when living here? Yes, if you are a foodie, someone who thrives in a fast-paced, culturally rich environment, and you want the convenience and the hustle bustle of city life without being in Manhattan, Flushing could be perfect for you. It is a place where you'll never get bored and you'll always find something new to explore. It's also great for living in luxury developments without paying Manhattan prices and easily going to Long Island or Manhattan at the same time. And here's something people don't talk about enough. Flushing is actually an amazing place to retire. Within the Chinese and Korean communities, there are countless adult daycares, social clubs, and programs catered to the elderly. Community runs deep here, and neighbors look out for each other, and support networks are everywhere. For older generations, Flushing is not just a neighborhood, it is a community designed to take care of them in their older days. But if you need quiet, space, or luxury amenities, you may want to look elsewhere, possibly deeper in Queens for quietness, which I can make another video on as well. But Flushing is about community, not always the most calm of areas. It's about convenience, but not always comfort. So, is Flushing really worth moving to? It also depends on what you value. For me, it is one of the most fascinating neighborhoods in New York City. It is chaotic, it's flavorful, it's alive, but it's not always for everyone. Now, I want to hear from you. Would you live in Flushing, or is it a little bit too much for you when you visited? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this breakdown of Flushing helpful, please hit that like button and consider subscribing for more New York City neighborhood deep dives. And I'll see you in the next one.